Welcome, this is Marianne Cusell, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about dating online. And most people that I coach when I'm coming across this subject, we go through a series of identities that I want to talk to you about today so you can have more confidence and connection with yourself, so you don't give your power away or drop into those fear of rejection states, fear of what might happen, what might not happen. The first thing to consider is this person that you are connecting with or wanting to match with does not even know you. So to hold space for yourself in this process is really valuable. One belief that comes up quite prominently for people that they don't even know that's there is don't talk to strangers, a fear of strangers. You can't control this person. You can't control the situation. So it brings up this heightened vulnerability. And we want somebody to be present, to be able to be present with our vulnerability when it does show up. So I really encourage people to really feel into that. Why would you want to go out with somebody that was full on ego, that was not actually present with you? So make that priority number one on your list so that you can feel safe in your skin to express your way of being in the world. Now, most people that have a hard time dating online have clearly come from rejection, self-worth issues, and a fear of love, or a description of love that doesn't actually align to what love is really about. So if you've been in a relationship before and you've had a history of what you might think is failure in relationships, this is going to dent your emotional bank so that you feel fearful of even going online, and you may be judging others through a filter of your own fear of inadequacy. Another thing to consider, really important, is to really go into your body and take it slowly. I remember writing a book years ago about this, and I gave an exercise to several women and said, I want you to date a person 6 times. Now, the average date lasts, 2 or 3 hours, maybe 4. So even if it's maximum of 4 hours, to date someone for 6 times is 24 hours. And I asked each person to not have a sexual interaction with that person during that time. The good news is that self-value was saved, in that each person, after about the 3rd date, really decided, actually, this person isn't for me. And what we have sort of been brought up with in our society, social expression, is to jump into bed and then find out later, oh my God, this person's terrible. So it's about really aligning to who you are right now. So if right now that you're vulnerable or worried or afraid that this person might hurt you, then there's some work to do there to really identify with that. Another great thing is to recognize if you feel that you need alcohol, or you find you're quite bolshy on a date, or you talk a lot, is to change that pattern. And what I mean by that is to sit back in the body, anchor the body. How you do that is put your attention on your heart chakra. When you put your attention on your heart or the base of your feet, or even the seat bones, feel the support of the seat you're sitting on. What happens is you can't actually think. And this is how you be present with somebody, and to practice active listening. It's not about talking and telling them all your secrets or telling them all your past. It's about actually deciding do I want to share my time with this person? And to go into this experience as a practice and asking yourself, what sort of person am I being right now? And who do I need to be to show up, to create and manifest the person that I want to have a lasting, loving connection with? So to ask some questions and be present about, what makes your heart sing, what inspires you, what's the last book you read. If you're an astrologer or a spiritual person or somebody, especially on this channel, you would be very empathic, then you want to feel safe in your sensitivity. So you want to know that that person is going to mirror you and be present in your vulnerability, in your sensitivity. So there's a part of you that's responsible for feeling safe in your skin. And if you want to do some work with me around that, by all means, reach out. But there's another part where you want to know that that person has your back, that that person is emotionally mature enough, that they've done some sort of work, that they are aware, that they have self-awareness, that they're not operating through their ego all the time, that they're considerate, thoughtful, kind, that they're genuinely interested in you. Because what happens in the first instance is that physical, chemical reaction. And often women, especially that have come from an unlovable experience growing up, or feeling that they're not wanted, loved, desired, or liked, they can be in love with the idea of love. And this can be a very dangerous filter. So we want to break that down, come home to ourselves and say, well, actually, I'm deserving of love. Does this person see that? And does this person feel they're deserving of love? So it's a emotional marriage, if you will, of energy, so that together this can ignite in something worthy. Another thing to practice is trusting discernment, imagining that there's a filter over your heart and just opening it a little bit, and then being present with the person, having an intention to really thoroughly be curious and enjoy the date, no matter what. Even if you walk in to meet them and you have this dread of disappointment because they don't look the way you wanted them to look, just have an intention at that moment to pick yourself up and thoroughly enjoy the date. You might be quite surprised what you learn. And also to recognize looks aren't always the be all and end all. It's the character, it's the energy of a person, it is the self-inquiry of the person, what they've been through, where they're at currently, what they're looking for is what you're really interested in. Another thing to consider is your body is your pendulum, your signal. And when feelings are coming up in your body, just to notice them. You don't have to marry this person. You don't have to go on a second date with this person, but using it as a practice. If you're thoroughly enjoying the date, notice what's going on in your body. The little girl or the little boy and all of us gets really excited when this person is giving us attention. And just to notice that. Or if you've been craving physical touch or attention for a long time, you've just got to be present with that, knowing and acknowledging this is a place that you can accept, that you've starved yourself through perhaps the fear of getting close to somebody again. And if there are parts of you that are still wounded from past relationships, or you notice you're protecting yourself, or you're judging a lot online, just turn that cosmic mirror around and be gentle with yourself with compassion. Even practice the Ho'oponopono prayer in that stage when you notice things coming up, whether you're with somebody in this moment or not, saying in your mind, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And I hope that's helpful for you. I will be running a webinar on it, and just go to Astrolada so that we can clear any blocks for you to feel safe in your sensitivity, safe in your vulnerability, and worthy and valuable to hold presence for yourself. So together we can get this love vibration up, and for you to be attracting somebody that's really worthy. We'll be doing EFT and quantum healing. So check out the links below, and I look forward to helping you. Much love to you.